Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson announces heartbreaking news. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson shared heartbreaking news on social media Thursday afternoon. Wilson announced the passing of his dog, Prince, who was 12 years old. Prince was a Great Dane and overcame cancer twice, Wilson revealed in a statement. Prince, 12 years ago you came into my life. I got you my rookie year and you have been a blessing to our family with so many memories, hugs and kisses from our 4 kids and us. You will forever be a part of us. Today was a hard day. But you overcame cancer 2x and lived 12 years when most live 6. Heaven got a good one. Forever the Prince of Peace. Love you, Wilson wrote. Prince came into Wilson's life during his rookie season with the Seattle Seahawks, and has seen the ups and downs of Wilson's journey since that moment. Wilson says he has 3 Great Danes and a senior Maltipoo. In 2022, he added a puppy to his family named Bronco as a gift to his wife, singer Sierra. 3 early Steelers 2025 NFL draft targets with number 21 pick. The Pittsburgh Steelers have become a mix of consistent and underachieving. Head coach Mike Tomlin builds a regular season winner annually, only to fall early in the playoffs. The franchise now has a huge decision to make once the 2025 NFL draft arrives. The 21st overall pick must erase the Steelers' string of first-round exits. This selection can catapult Pittsburgh back into the conversation for the AFC's elite. Pittsburgh has fallen behind the likes of the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, even the rival Baltimore Ravens for too long. Who's the prime target at number 21? We're not just thinking about one name for this spot. We've envisioned 3 different prospects who can recharge the franchise. Here's the trio the Steelers should consider ahead of April 25 in Green Bay. Jalen Milroe, quarterback, Alabama. Pittsburgh is trekking towards changing starting quarterbacks for the 3rd straight season. Russell Wilson is a free agent. Justin Fields is also on the list of 2025 available QBs for the upcoming free agent market. The Steelers previously dumped former first-rounder Kenny Pickett before the 2024 season. Tomlin and the Steelers need to think long-term, even if Wilson or Fields get welcomed back. That's where Jalen Milroe comes in. The Alabama product may not look like a finished product, but his strong arm and mobility traits could get the Steelers' front office swooning over him if he's available at number 21. This also keeps Pittsburgh's current theme of rolling with dual-threat quarterbacks. Milroe heads to the league with 78 combined touchdowns in tow. Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, Ohio State. NFL teams have to wait until 2027 for the dynamic Jeremiah Smith to become draft eligible. But Emeka Egbuka is available for the taking. Egbuka isn't someone who'll set the world on fire with his skill set compared to Smith or even predecessor Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's dependable off his route running, hands, and ball tracking ability. Egbuka looks more comparable to Jackson Smith-Njigba. The senior comes with a near similar build and skill set to the 2022 first-rounder from the Seattle Seahawks. The 6'1", 205-pounder is projected to land in Pittsburgh, per Dane Brugler's mock draft from The Athletic on Wednesday. Pittsburgh showed a mediocre WR room. Egbuka can come in and reignite the air attack. Benjamin Morrison, cornerback, Notre Dame. The Steelers have an aging defensive line to address. Taking an interior defensive lineman looks enticing. Mason Graham of Michigan is the best IDL of the draft. But he's not guaranteed to fall below pick number 16. Multiple air attacks exposed the Steelers' secondary this past season. Joey Porter Jr. struggled his 2nd season. Dante Jackson, despite his 5 interceptions, struggled on outside CB duties. Jackson is heading off to free agency too. This defense already has to deal with Jamar Chase twice a year. And now Jerry Jeudy, after delivering 90 catches for 1,229 yards in his Cleveland Browns debut. Pittsburgh shouldn't ignore bolstering the secondary right away. Jets interview Steelers O.C. Smith for head coach vacancy. The New York Jets interviewed Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and Houston Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick for their head coach position Thursday. The meetings with Smith and Slowick gave the Jets 12 known candidates with whom they've spoken about their vacancy. New York has also interviewed Aaron Glenn, Vance Joseph, Mike Locksley, Matt Nagy, Ron Rivera, Darren Rizzi, Rex Ryan, Steve Spagnuolo, Jeff Ulbrich and Mike Vrabel for the job. Vrabel has since been hired by New England as its coach. Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores and Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley are also expected to meet soon with the Jets. The 42-year-old Smith, who was the Atlanta Falcons head coach from 2021 to 23, was considered one of the Jets' top candidates in 2021 when he interviewed with the team before New York hired Robert Saleh. Smith was hired by the Falcons the next day and went 21-30, with 3 straight 7-10 finishes, before being fired after the 2023 season. Mike Tomlin hired Smith last offseason to run the Steelers' offense, which improved in several categories this season with Russell Wilson at quarterback as Pittsburgh made the playoffs. Smith spent 10 years with Tennessee, including the last 2 as the Titans' offensive coordinator in 2019 and 2020. He previously had a stint with Washington as its defensive quality control coach in between college stops at North Carolina, 2006, and Mississippi, 2010. The 37-year-old Slowick met with the Jets in a video interview since the Texans remain in the playoffs and are preparing to face the Chiefs in Kansas City on Saturday. He's in his second year running the Texans' offense with quarterback C.J. Stroud, who was last season's AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year and has been one of the league's most dynamic young playmakers. Slowick, whose father Bob coaches in the CFL after several years as an NFL assistant, spent 6 years as an assistant under Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco before joining the Texans. The Princeton, New Jersey, native started his pro coaching career as a video assistant for Washington in 2010 before being promoted to defensive assistant, a role he held for 3 years. Slowick then worked at Pro Football Focus as a senior analyst for 3 years before being hired by the 49ers. The Jets are also conducting an extensive search for a new general manager. They have interviewed 15 candidates for that position, including Green Bay Packers executive John Eric Sullivan and Miami Dolphins assistant general manager Brian Gaine on Tuesday. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Arthur Smith? Leave your opinion in the comments.